Hi everyone, having a bit of a coffee break with the LT1. They come in handy to hold the cup for you. I've decided to relocate my coils. I won't say coils, sorry, coil, which is that piece down there with the grey black plug, and the ICM, which is this bad boy here. These are bolted to the head, and electronics and lots of heat don't mix, so I'm gonna relocate these to a cooler spot, possibly just down here. I don't really want to extend wires, so I'll see how far I can bring it down and relocate them while having my coffee. Update soon. Okay everyone, so this is the stud that needs to come out of the head. There's a bolt, a nut, sorry. Yeah, it is bolt. Yeah, it is a bolt that comes out of there. So there's a stud, goes into the head, and that stud helps the power steering pump. There's also, on this bracket, there's another nut down here that needs to come off. There's a nut here, a nut on this stud. This goes into the head and basically holds the ICM. ICM is the ignition control module, which that's basically it. I'm moving the camera around too much, but apologies. So you can see that's where it mounts, and yeah, there's a lot of heat here. I was running the engine before, it's already quite warm. Might even replace the coil, got a spare one. But that's the ignition control module. Like I said, electronics and heat don't mix, so this is gonna have to come back out and relocate. And if I can just get these plugs out, I can show you basically. I don't know if you can see that. That. So you pull the grey one off. The grey comes off first, and then the black one, because it's a captured plug. So you can't take the black without taking the grey one out. And that's the coil. And this is the bad boy. Doesn't look the best, all under there. So I'll give it a good clean and relocate it. I probably won't be able to relocate the coil much because the lead is only really long enough to that position, but I definitely can move the ICM module. Give you another update soon. Okay, as you can see, the importance of the grease. They do deteriorate, so it is a good time. Well, it's a good idea to pull this apart. And if you decide to put it back to where it was, that's fine. But to freshen up with new dielectric grease is a good idea. And basically, yeah, I'll be cleaning all this up. Give it a good clean. So yeah, you can see even on the back, it's pretty non-existent. It's all falling apart. It's all dried up. So yeah, I'll put some new stuff in there. Come back to you later. All nice and clean. Would you look at that? Singapore. So much for GM US, eh? So these are all cleaned up now, nice and clean, and the surface there as well. I'm going to try and see where I can relocate these without extending the cables for these. So it's all mounted back with some new grease. But I found why I was having some rough issues, or intermittently anyway. This thing's damaged. That cannot be good. So lucky I've got a new one over there, and time to grind these bad boys off. Why would they bloody rivet these in? The old ones actually have screws and nuts on them. Anyway, got to grind them off now and replace. Here's the new coil, all nice and clean. I'm going to go mount it now, so somewhere near probably on the power steering pump reservoir. So we're going to test it, see how it goes. So I did feel the car a little bit odd when it's idling, especially hot, and that's not a good thing. So yeah, it does pay to take a look. Anyone with LT1s, be on top of the car, maintenance, have a look around, cracked hoses, electrical items, just all the connectors, yeah, just make sure they're all in good nick. Happy driving. Alright, all done. I've used some industrial strength cable ties that we have at work, so this thing is part of the box. This is not going to get hot, it's not going to go anywhere. It'll be a good idea, anyone with LT1, check this, because see this, the actual housing is cracked from all the heat, but since this is still running and operating, I decided not to change it with the spare one I have. I've got two spares anyway, but yeah, the coil's definitely changed. Fires up straight away, idles are much smoother now, and she's not going anywhere. So yeah, it's worth a shot. Anyone want to do it? It's easy, probably an hour's job, and it's all clean down there as well with the head now, and no more. I can actually read my engine number a lot easier once I shine a torch down there. So yeah, check all your hoses, and happy days, happy driving. This sort of gave me a heads up, because I noticed the car was idling a little bit funny when it got up temperature in traffic. It wasn't dying or anything, it was just rough, and I knew it wasn't right. So there's always a reason, isn't there? I certainly found my one. So happy days.